Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the big one. It's the 2020 NRL Grand Final. It's what everyone dreams about playing in. It's without a doubt, in my opinion, the biggest rugby league game of the calendar year. You love the international competitions, you love State of Origin, but nothing compares to an NRL Grand Final. It's what every young Aussie kid dreams of playing in. 100,000 people screaming your name. It packed out ANZ Stadium with the plans to lift the trophy at the end of the night. And it's that beautiful time again. We're only going to have 50,000 packed into the stadium, unfortunately, due to the COVID. But hey, that's a lot better than what else is going on in the world right now. The NBA didn't even have anyone in their stadium for their final series. At least we get some sort of crowd. And 60,000, it's already sold out very quickly. And you know there's going to be plenty of passion in that stadium. And we're going to get it. It's the match that everyone thought was going to happen, except for me. I'm willing to admit that. But it's the match. It's first v second. It's the unstoppable Penrith Panthers 17-game win streak. They've only lost once all year. And they're going up against the dynasty that is the Melbourne Storm. It's going to be a cracking game. And there's a lot of stories running into this. Nathan Cleary's just been snubbed of a Dally M. Many people think he was robbed, including myself. But that's a topic for another time. You've got Cameron Smith, one of the greatest of all time. Potentially the GOAT of rugby league. Maybe even the GOAT of Australian sport. He may be retiring after this game. Many people are saying that if they win, he will. And if they don't, he won't. We'll have to wait and see. He's going up against Appy Coruscant, who's probably been, besides Cameron Smith, the best dummy half in the comp. You know, Harry Grant's a rookie, and he's been playing great. Cook's always good, but Appy Coruscant has been hitting different. Cameron Munster and Jerome Luai, two players who'll get in your face, two massive trash talkers. These two are going to have some words exchanged. There's strike all across the park for both these teams. You got Stephen Crichton and Josh Addo-Carr. It's going to be a cracking game. These two teams met earlier this year, and it was Penrith who won 21-14. I believe it was all the way back in round 5 or something. But yeah, this is different. Everyone's tipping Melbourne. Well, most people are tipping Melbourne because, well, they've done it before. They have the experience. They've got one of the GOATs, Cameron Smith at dummy half. Their forward pack has rolled Canberra. They absolutely destroyed Canberra after Canberra destroyed the Sydney Roosters. Melbourne's forward pack has been the most consistent and reliable forward pack for years. And you know that if they get on the front foot, it's going to be over, and vice versa. James Fisher-Harris, James Tarmo, Viliami Kikau's back. This forward battle, oh, we're going to see some blood. I tell you what, someone's going to get their head taken off at this point. They're going to run into each other that hard. It's going to be like two bloody semi-auto trucks just going boom. It's going to be a car crash TV, you know. You got the brute force of Melbourne up against the finesse, individual brilliance of the Penrith Panthers. This game should be incredible. But I'm just going to quickly go over my brief thoughts on each team. So you got Melbourne, consistent, reliable. They've been here plenty of times. They've made, 4 grand finals in 5 years. However, they've only won the one premiership. You know, as much as people like to talk about how good Melbourne is, they struggle with the big ones. They've also been stripped of 2 titles, you know. They've also been the team that lost 40-0 to Manly. Does that play into it? Cameron Smith, he's out to put a fairy tale ending on what has been a great career. Will the Melbourne Storm players want to play for Cameron? There's so much at stake for Melbourne. Pappenhausen, he's been absolutely electric, and with Tedesco maybe missing game 1, if he can put on a man of the match performance, Freddie and Joey will be saying he's the New South Wales fullback, not Clinton Gutherson. There's so many storylines for Melbourne Storm. Jesse Bromwich, Kenny Bromwich brothers looking to win another competition. The Cheese, Hectic Cheese, is out to win his first comp and has been having a dig at his former team for letting him go all week. There's so many. Cameron Munster out for redemption after last time was in grand final. He got sin bin twice. Jerome Hughes was let go of the Gold Coast Titans because they thought he couldn't hang, and now he's the Melbourne Storm number 7, and everyone's saying Melbourne need a new number 7 when this Johnny got man of the match in the preliminary final and is lighting it up. You got the speed of Josh Adokar and the height of Vunivalu. They've played with each other so many times, and it's Adokar's last game for Melbourne potentially. And you got Justin Olam, who's become one of the best centres in the comp. He's an absolute weapon. They have star power all across the park and plenty of experience. Over 400 NRL games for Cameron Smith. Bromwich has played in test matches. Munster's been there and won an Origin decider. There's so much talent on that team, and they've all done it before, but they're going up against a team that is filled with probably even more talent. You got Dylan Edwards, reliable, who runs it straight off the kickoff. There's no hesitation, which you don't see from fullbacks anymore. You got Josh Mansour, Origin. You know, he's been there. He's played in big games before. Stephen Crichton, 15 tries in his rookie season. He's been on an absolute different level. Jerome Luai, Matt Burton, one of the brightest halves in the future of the game, being talked up as being the future of Australia, the Australian side. You know, he can't even get a look in because that's how good Luai's playing. Nathan Cleary, the best player of the 2020 NRL season after getting slapped with a $50,000 fine or whatever it was for that TikTok, is now redeemed himself to Penrith fans and to the game of rugby league because of how well he's been playing. You got Api Coruscant, who was told by Manly to get lost because they had a young gun coming through, and Api Coruscant backflipped on his doggy deal because Ivan Cleary gave him one more chance after cutting him, and is a beast. Isaiah Yeo, an unsung hero. What an absolute machine. This game is going to be incredible. There's so much talent on both of these teams. You got one team, young guns, they're hungry, they want to win. They don't know what it's like to lose. All they've tasted is success. And then you've got the dynasty, the team that's been there before but can't seem to win the big one. Yes, they've won the big one before, but only a few of these guys have actually won that competition. There's completely different teams with, you know, strike all across the park. But here's what it's going to come down to. The fact that the Melbourne Storm have played in big games. They've played in the finals before. They've done all this stuff. They have so much more experience. And, you know, some people say experience is overrated, and it probably is true. You know, at the end of the day, it's a 100-metre field, 50 metres wide, and all you do is put the ball down on the try line and make sure the other team doesn't. At the end of the day, it's the same game, but the stakes are so much bigger, and I just think Melbourne's experience is going to get it for him. Plus, Cameron Smith in his last game. You're telling me Melbourne aren't going to lift for him? Craig Bellamy, he knows what it takes to win a grand final. He also knows what it takes to lose, and Ivan Cleary also is looking for redemption after his 2011 grand final loss. But I don't think he's going to get it, because I tipped Melbourne at the start of my finals predictions, and I reckon they're going to win it. I reckon the Melbourne Storm will send Cameron Smith out on a happy note, a fairy tale ending. He's going to get the Steve Menzies, the Cooper Cronk ending. They're going to win the comp. Melbourne Storm will probably win the grand final, in my opinion, this week. Is it guaranteed? Of course not. But at the end of the day, all I hope for is a great game of rugby league. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be a spectacle. After what's happened this year, we spent 3 months after round 2 without footy. We didn't know what was going to happen. We had no idea if we were going to get to this point, and we've got it. 50,000 will pack into ANZ Stadium to watch the dynasty of the Melbourne Storm take on the unstoppable force of the Penrith Panthers. It's like a movie. You got the undefeated young guns going up against the team that's been there before but have struggled to actually lift the championship title. It's going to be an absolute cracking game. I reckon the Melbourne Storm win this 1-12. I've got anytime try scorer, Cameron Smith, Cameron Munster, Nathan Cleary, Storm 1-12. If that bet doesn't get up, you know what? send me 50 hate comments, alright? But the Penrith Panthers, you can't write them off, I guess. They're going to be out for blood. You know, history is going to be crowned this Sunday. It always happens. Let's hope that another referee decision doesn't screw it up. Thank God Ben Cummins isn't reffing. Gerard Sutton is the man to blow the whistle. Let's hope we get an absolute cracking game of rugby league for the world. Let's put on a show, boys. But at the end of the day, I think it'll be the Melbourne Storm lifting the Proven Summons Trophy. And ladies and gentlemen, after this week, I'll give my NRL Grand Final review. But we ain't going anywhere, folks, because Origin is just around the corner, and I'm going to be previewing all of those games. So make sure you are subscribed. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment below who you think will win this week's Grand Final. And yeah, good luck to both teams. Good luck to Cameron Smith. Good luck to Nathan Cleary, the two best players at the comp this year. And yeah, guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more.
Runners up, it's all over. Penrith have finished as runners-up, but they'll know they've been beaten by a champion side. Let's hear from Eddie Hemmings.
The Storm are crowned champions tonight. Congratulations to the coach and his players. I thought it was a really good game of rugby league, reflective of the effort that they've put in all season. Both teams gave it 100%, but in the end, the champions did enough to win it.
Yep, deserving winners, deserving champions. I'm Andrew Voss, on behalf of Eddie Hemmings and our big team that bring the game to you. We'll see you next time.
Chipper Chase! Please work. Yes, Kate Cast! You bloody legend, mate! They're chipping Chase. Kate Cast looking like 2009 Jared Hayne. What a little legend.